Ah, we are back again, people.
Yes, we are.
Burn team on the hill this morning was very, very interesting. We want to thank all those people who came out. You know, to move, Chika, you had the laundry list of people who came out
Yes,
by name,
by
except for
name.
me.
Alright, so we always there, right? So we had Shanaka and her husband, Angel.
Speak up yourself.
We had Giselle. We know that she is training to be in the Defense Force.
Soon to be.
Alright. And we also had Mrs. Branca. Yes, we hope it's not just a guest appearance.
Speak up yourself. That was the orientation. You think it started yet?
Yes. We had Teron, his sister, and his brother-in-law.
So Burn
And
Team
we
family.
also had
Yes, who?
Z.
The original, not to be confused with the
Yes.
carbon copy. X and Y
Yes.
is Z. Yeah. And the last topic was, how you find the last topic?
The
went?
last topic was very hot. You know, the views, it was, message board was full. People were really, really, really interactive. You know, much more, they normally are, but they were much more interactive at the last segment with the do's and don'ts in relationships.
So it was interesting hearing and being a part of the conversation,
Yes.
and it was nice. The do's and don'ts in relationship, I think we could have gone on and on.
And on.
Right? So, people, this is Burn Team, physical fitness, emotional fitness. Yes? And in the topic for today, this was selected from the Burn Team ladies. Big up Burn Team ladies, man. Burn Team ladies leading the way in this aerobic scenario. The guys there to support and so you see, we learning that it's a support system,
Yes.
So in relationships sometimes you leave her let her take the front and support. Nothing wrong with that. I see that female pastors, female, when they're leading, support, as it goes. So it's Burn Team again, and we really trying to add this platform as a place where our members can really, really come and just share their views, their vibes, how they're feeling about certain things. Now, if you notice, they look different because we tweak it. So, Chika, ego is the topic.
Yes, ego is
Yeah, before we, get into it, who you think have the bigger ego?
I think it's actually depends on how you look at it. At times, women egos are higher than the men's. It depends on the angle. It depends on which part of their ego, right? Because I think when we get into more into it, we'll talk about the difference in where women's ego are higher than the men's ego.
Do you think it's important? Do you think bringing up someone's ego helps in your relationship, or what do you think? I mean, positive. I'll be talking about positive.
We have positive egos too, so an ego can be healthy, right? Just as anything, you could either have a healthy or unhealthy ego. Or je remember that.
Right. And moving forward, people, you guys are invited. If you feel to inbox Burn Team to find out the where and the when, because we change locations for our online aerobic session, so you can view it via your home, because it's a certain amount, and we try to keep within the guidelines as we moving forward, and still trying to stay healthy, and still trying to do keep the blood flowing and this is 2 hours of sunlight or something like that. So, we're trying to keep healthy. The healthier you are, the more equipped we are to come against this brand new pandemic that looks like it's not going away soon.
No, it isn't.
The topic is ego. And who has the bigger ego? Where does ego play a role or plays a part in the relationship? And can we feed each other's ego in a positive light? Yeah? So, as we moving forward, we will give you the definitions of the word.
Yes.
Would have what, 3 letters in it?
Yes, just 3 letters. Just 3 letters.
Alright? We'll give you the definition of the word. And then we will go into more in-depth of how it has changed between its inception. And I like to give my take on the whole vibration as well. Yes? So as Chika, Chika always, Chika, the tech support has changed. If you notice, when the aerobics going on, so that's how it does go. So you are listening to Basic Unconventional Raw Nutrition, Real Talk. Now the original Real Talk Live is on a Friday
evening or night, depends on how you look at it, right?
Yes, big up yourself, Asia.
9, I'm going to say 9. 7 p.m.
That 9 o'clock show might go till in the morning. They won't do anything, man. Yeah,
so on a Friday, 7 p.m., official Real Talk.
Right. So everything else, Chika, let's say something like
sprinkles.
I can't see how you're sprinkling an hour-long show. Sprinkle is 10 minutes and we're gone. Right, so what's the definition of ego?
Alright, so the definition of ego is a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance.
And as we're moving forward, ego and self-esteem so we had to give the definition to show the difference, because some people say I have a good ego and refer to self-esteem.
Yeah, but it have self-importance.
Yeah. Self-esteem and self-importance makes the word totally different, or when you're using self-esteem. So self-esteem is what?
Self-esteem is the way that you look at yourself. Anytime I hear the word self,
so I'm looking fat right now.
Right? And we have the way that you look at yourself, the way you think people look at you.
So the esteem.
Yes.
Esteem to me, when you hear esteem, is to hold.
Yes.
So when I hear you are held in high esteem,
yes.
See why I kind of bring up this. Right? Right? So esteem is different to ego, which is importance.
Right. So ego is a person's sense of. Yes.
So some people have a sense that they are higher than some, and some have a sense that they lower than some, and some people have a sense that they all of us are equal.
And some people just feel that they are just better, whatever.
Yeah. So would that be a mixture of esteem and ego?
Right. So the ego, as we see this is what the ego is. Your sense of how high or how great you are and what it is you hold. And you see that word importance, it has some people where the negative self-esteem, where people, the negative ego now. They feel that, they hold themselves so high that they just walk on others.
Now, nothing is wrong with holding yourself in
high esteem. Nothing is wrong with that.
And I think in society we have it a bit different, where some of the young ladies coming up have a low self-esteem, masking as if it's a high self-esteem.
Yes.
So you see in the social.
You see now society plays a really, really important role. Our cultures play a very important role of how our egos are. It really has.
So if you're now coming on the live, this is Burn Team Real Talk. Chica saying sprinkles. So remember, the Real Talk Live officially is
Friday at 7 p.m.
So this topic was selected by Democracy. We are diplomatic.
Yeah.
We are a diplomatic team. So the peeps weighed in and they said they want to speak about ego.
Yeah.
They were kind of going more on the man side, but I kind of balance it and say let's do a balance.
Because people, when they talk about ego, most time you hear them talking about the men. But we know that women have ego.
Big ones too, right? So we are looking into ego as it opposes into the relationship, maybe between friends, family, or personal relationships, because it affects us in different ways, it affects us in different avenues. And being that we are about fitness, we want to be fit enough to handle someone who.
Yeah.
And I think we meet at least one person in our lives that have a very big ego.
Yeah.
Feel on top of the mountain, that kind of way. You know? So Chica, moving forward into the vibration. Where you think ego plays a part in relationships, and where is it a good way to help the relationship become better?
Alright, so freestyle. So ego, it plays an important part in a relationship. Because remember when we spoke about remaining stagnant, some people, they remain stagnant. Now, if it is somebody's ego might be very negative, or they may not hold themselves in any sort of, positive esteem, then it might have one person who might have a higher self-esteem than the other. And sometimes they see and talk about balance, that balance is important. And sometimes, even if it's not balanced, get to understand your partner and help create that balance. So both of you will be on the same level and be able to hold each other then in high esteem, because we know that not taking the person for granted and accepting the person for who they are, and showing them their strengths and accepting and showing that confidence in them, that is very, very, very important.
So if you're now coming on to the live, click share. The topic is ego. Big up yourself, Z. I see you on
Good evening, Z.
How the body feeling? You all if you look at the live on Burn Team page, Z was there.
Yes.
Grinding.
That is Z we talking about.
That is Z.
Yes.
Z, your name called early, but
yes.
you reach on time. Right? The time is up. You're too badly off. Right? So in the comment section, as we does always do, place what is ego to you. What ego means to you, and what it holds in your relationship. Do you need a guy with a big ego, or do you need a guy with a high self-esteem? Do you need a woman with a big ego? And where does it lie? In the comment section, feel free to put what is your definition of ego.
Well, on the message, we'll be seeing that Asia saying she thinks men and women are equal, but there are times when women's ego are much bigger than men.
Big up Shivani on the live, long time no see. You're hiding.
Yes, Shivani.
You can come out on the watch the lives and people, aerobics Chica, running hard with them ladies and them boy. Yeah. Must admit I'm very pleased. And some of the ladies putting some of the fellas in the shade.
Real shadios. That's bad.
That
got bruised the ego.
Oh, my ego bruised at
Let me tell you, they even, some of them are even feeling bad about it. It's a bruising the
showing yourself, man. Right. So in the comment section, Shivani, in the comment section, Z, in the comment section below, if you're now joining us, welcome. And feel free
Shivani says she's just dropping by to say hello and have a safe evening.
Bless her.
Same to you.
In the comment section, feel free to place what is your definition of ego. Does it affect the relationship in a negative way?
I think if it is the one person has a much higher ego than the other, in the where they even go as far as putting down the other person, because sometimes some person's ego are so high that they are not even sensitive to others' feelings and sensitive to others' experiences and situations. So much so that they will degrade the other person. And I think that is where if an ego is too high, they have it, a little top notch that it's not positive, that it end up being negative. Nothing is wrong, as we said, in having a big ego or a high self-esteem. But when you have the high self-esteem, you shouldn't be degrading others or putting others down. You should be able to lift somebody else up and help them to develop a positive and a healthy esteem, or a positive, a high ego.
What you would call a positive ego? Traits. With someone like the traits, because some of us, all right, we're working in a particular field where the money is a particular way.
Yeah.
These types of people tend to have an air about themselves. So where would you place ego in helping somebody in a relationship?
All right. So as I bring up money, right, the financial side of things, and yes, we know it have some people's when they're making a certain amount of, they have a certain amount of zeros at the end of their dollars, they think that they are better than others.
Yeah.
But not all persons are like that, thankfully. Right? So in that case, persons who may, because people do when it is they feel that they actually have some sort of power, or they are in a financial place where they can they could really actually help others out. They actually move with a more humble vibes. It is say the humility, but it's see that they are confident in themselves. And when it is they are confident in themselves, you will actually see them helping others out. They might say, what it is they're interested in. They might have family members who may not be in that same financial situation as them. And you will actually see them actually helping all those other family members, or doing something good for the people in the neighborhood, adopting a family, or whatever, something positive. Then they use their finances to help others. We ain't saying they're giving away the money, they're just helping others. Even if it's a little, it don't about to be nothing grand, something real simple, and you will see that they use it to help others. The when they're walking, they won't pass and hold their head and tell nobody good morning. Simple things. Yeah. They will say good morning. They ain't go pass and hold their head up and like they ain't going to mash it too. Just say it. Yeah.
People. So ego is something that you really can't define to me. You can't define where to put it. It's like you're saying you have a big ego, but why? Some people are what we call cocky. Some people are what we call overconfident, and then you misunderstand somebody who is confident to have a big ego, or you find somebody who is cocky, who is sure about themselves. All right, just like in the aerobics, some people sure they could do a push-up, they could do a mountain climber.
And I mean, if it is they could do it, they could do it.
And what happens is that because they're confident and they do it and they might throw a wine in a plank, that had nothing to do with ego.
No,
because at some point in time, they was not able to do that.
Yeah.
So now they're confident enough to enjoy themselves in a thing that they're sure about.
Yeah.
So that is not
even... And as I mentioned that sometimes, and then some people say, oh, you're sure enough. But some people just say it in a, jokey way. He's sure enough, right? Plenty of people still like, and he's sure enough.
Is that?
Right? He does show off, right? Right, but I mean, even in that sense, though, when it is you become confident in what it is, your abilities, it is good to be confident in your abilities, because some people may not even be confident in your abilities. So it is important for you to be, right? And so don't mind people laugh and say, oh, Lionel is showing up for me. He will be there encouraging others to push and help them along. So
it don't really hurt
it don't hurt. It when bruise the other person, you go when say, well, lion cocky, he show you know, in this kind of way.
Right. So
and he don't care.
In the comment section, please you guys what you think ego is, what's the definition. Big up Miss Bartholomew on the live, big up Z, big up Asia,
big up Candy Barbara is on the live as well.
And we want to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
What is ego to you? What's the definition? So that, you know, we can move forward as well. And again, ego come like this gremlin. You don't know what to do with it. You know, it's like, when it high, it bad. You know, when it low,
it more bad.
It bad. When it's something that, you know, we throw out there, but we don't really get to the nitty-gritty of the thing. And it's sensitive. So think about this. When it high, it is considered bad. When it low, it's considered bad. And it's sensitive.
Maybe I would say, like, when people seem, as I use the word cocky just now, and then sometimes what some people may see as cocky may not actually be cocky.
Yeah.
So we have to understand what is healthy. So as I just mentioned before, if it is someone has a big ego, they hold themselves in high esteem, once they are not degrading, you see when they're degrading somebody else, then they are rises. I think that is where the bad, that is when it's bad. Yeah, that's where that bad comes in.
So.
And low, we know low is never a good thing, Low just isn't a good thing, because then imagine somebody really high and then somebody really low. So imagine what is going to happen to that person who has a low self-esteem or no ego at all, right? So we are speaking about ego, and ego, that's the topic for today.
So in the comment section, please, what is your definition of ego?
Yeah.
And we're going to kind of get involved with it as it pertains to relationships. And you know, guys and the ego and girls and the ego. Right? And how it affects the two parties in the relationship, whether it be family, friend, or intimate relationship.
Yeah.
Right? And it's strange because what we
so we have message board Sonali saying ego is confidence, but it carries different forms and levels. Yeah, so that's why we have the what somebody might say overconfident, right? But my thing with the not really overconfident, but where they so confident that they think that we know it have things that you will be better than others in. That is life. There will be people that will do things better than you or better at, certain things. That is a given. But when it is degrading others for it, then it becomes bad. So it have that level. And then it have the level where, yes, you could be confident as you want. You could be walking in the air. It doesn't matter. Right? But you're not degrading the person.
Aye.
And then we have people who will waver in some aspects of life. They may feel more confident than others. And then we have some people that they just have no confidence at all in nothing.
So if you're now looking at this is Burn Team. The topic is
ego.
If you're looking at this on YouTube,
well, by now I hope you all have subscribed and hit the notification bell. So like, share, and comment.
She kinda call to action. They kinda quick, right? So again, we're dealing with the dreaded ego. I think it is a very sensitive energy. So I always like to break things down in the universal principles so that I can understand. Because there are a lot of misconceptions and misunderstandings and what is an ego.
Ayetoro.
Ayetoro, if you watch the live, girl, people are putting you in the shade, the aerobics going nice. Put yourself in there. She like aerobics. Come and show support. Shake her leg. Just shake the leg around off the camera. Yeah, so the topic for today, Ayetoro, is ego.
Yeah.
So put in the comment section your definition of what ego is and what it means to you. And what are some of the traits in a relationship that shows you that the person has an ego but on the negative side? I think, you know. Ego is easily bruised. I have always likened ego. Men are walking, talking, living, breathing egos. I'll say this like a million times, I don't know, maybe more. Reason being that because the man is looked at as the strong, you see, it's not that we have issues, you know. It's that because men are looked at as the strong gender, the protectors, the providers, the ones who, you know?
Yeah.
The ego in a man, I starting off with man, I ain't jumping women. Right? The ego in a man will always need to be fostered. I'm talking as regards to relationship. Now, I'm not saying that if a guy thinks he is better than you, I'm not saying that. I'm saying in regards to relationship, as the woman, it is important that you foster the man's ego. That come like a battery. You know when your cell phone dying, you have to plug in the charger. That is the kind of thing it is because you chat to charge him.
It's strange, Miss Nika Thomas. It's been
Nika Thomas is one of the persons who used to harass me on a morning time to do these type of things. So Nika, more than Chica, right? When I walk into the gym, that time the gym was open.
Yeah.
You know, and Chica sleeping still, or she might be meeting me there, or I doing something, you know. She would call and she would encourage me. So when we talk about encouragement, I will always say it. She was number 2 in people following this speed. So when I check in from 0 to 10, Nika Thomas is number 2. Or I ain't checking myself, right? Nika Thomas is number 2 in the person's liking Burn Team page in the history of Burn Team. I ain't seen she. She living fast, so you know. She living fast. So Nika, today we're talking about ego. So feel free to put in the comment section your definition of ego after I get that round of applause there. Yeah? Yeah, she in and out. So yeah. Right. So what I was saying is that we need, and listen to the words I'm using, because I have no guys on the live, females on the live, right? We need as men, for the women, the key word is foster.
Yeah.
I ain't say boost them up. I ain't say pump them up and say, baby, you know you could jump off that cliff and fly, you know. Right? In reality, fostering means, you know, when you now put a seedling in the ground,
yes,
and you're molding the plant, you foster. That is what is that is necessary. More than, and even if your communication bad, I okay. if all a meeting, that is alright. All they will get over that. But once you are fostering, that is me. Right? So when we're talking in regards to relationship, that gentleman's ego needs, like how a plant need water and nutrients in soil, it needs fostering. Where's it? Yeah. Well, I am not too versed. The woman's ego, just like the woman, eh? So you really have to, there's me. I don't know if I have ladies, so you all feel free. Now in the comment section, feel free to say what women need us to do as men to foster your girl's ego. Right? Think about it. Chica, you think about it? You know what things we could do so that whoever looking at the live after, you know, yeah, boy, I really do that. No, I can't. Because we don't know, you know. Right? So, fostering the ego. I think fostering the woman ego, but we need in depth. So ladies, feel free in the comment section, because guys, as I said before, speaking because I'm a man, I am not one of those, right? So we are to be the strength, the provider, taking care of the family. We have that weight on our shoulders, and that would shape where our ego would be needing fostering from, or could be bruised there. And one of the most important, other than being the strong, being taking care of the family, is the sex and our bedroom. We can talk about that. Okay.
Alright, so we're waiting for the ladies to drop in the comment section. Right? What it is they have to do, they have to say what it is
just place in the comments
egos fostered.
How you would like a guy to foster your ego. Like, I'm the thinking, because it's like, and they never really thought of it in that light. Yeah. That is why I like to use angles, because angles help give you perspective. So, in terms of like, if a woman is obese, I would start the ball because I realize. So let's say you're with a young lady or woman and she is obese, which I have known guys who, the woman was alright, and then maybe 2 children later, let's go. I just say 100 plate of food later, but forget that, right? So, and she gained some weight, because women sensitive body weight, you see. That is one thing we learned in birth team. Half of the women just come because they want to get it in our water. Right. So, to me, fostering would say what we were talking about yesterday. Yes, darling, you put on a little thing, but you're looking nice, you're looking sexy, you're looking, what you're doing is fostering and reassuring. That's just me, I don't know. You can tell me, if she can't cook, buy food. Anyway, if she can't cook that well, foster. And foster still meaning encourage. Because if she would have thoughts in her mind that way, I really used to be this way and now I ain't looking good again. And that would hamper her self-esteem. Her self-esteem drops and she starts to feel a certain way. And now, you come to foster the ego and say, I'm to you, I like the little muffin, and rub it and get her to laugh, and then carry her for a walk and call Burn Team and find out when we have aerobics so that she can get herself in. So if you know, come on the live, Chica.
Yes. Remember to share the live, people. Let's share the live. Yes, so today we are talking about ego, and not just the men's ego, but also women's ego.
So we covered status, for those who know coming on.
And Lion just mentioned something important. You see the looks.
Yeah, women love that looks.
Right? Looks, I think when we talk about ego in terms of looks. Alright, so let's go to the message board. So we have Nika saying ego is a person's sense of self-identity, worth, self-image. So many aspects of the word. Yeah.
So the self-image. That's why I would say, because women spend a lot of time in the mirror. She how long in the spend in the mirror? Watching.
I don't check how long I spend in the mirror.
Right, that means she spend long in the mirror. Right, so ladies are very concerned of how they look. Even when they're getting older, guys, or whenever you're listening, even when they're getting a bit younger, fellas just kind of have a kind of lack of this. When fellas getting older and they have this thing, you like it or you like it, I think it.
I always saying if belly too big, you no gosh now, do something about it.
So self-image.
Yeah. So you're talking about image. Now, I strongly
that
believe...
is ego-driven because what she is saying is what the guy is saying to her. Oh God, girl. So...
In truth and in fact, women hold their body and their image.
Look.
Yeah, they do.
High.
Very, very
high.
Yeah,
That number one, I think.
Higher than men.
Guys don't really, they're very big on the put on a jersey.
And
they're just sorry and they're rubbing it and they're raising it up.
Yeah, they'll just be outside like...
They don't care. So I think self-image. Women, you know, they need to feel pretty. They need to feel beautiful. They need to feel sexy. You know?
Yeah.
So you see.
So even women who may be obese or women who are
obese,
who are overweight. When it is a man, hail them sexy. Or how you looking sexy.
That fuels women ego, especially if it's nice man tackling you. Right. So big up, Miss Richardson. Chika, want to recap what she missed?
Alright, so in terms of recapping, we are speaking about what is ego and how ego plays a role in relationships, whether it's intimate, work relationships, family. So we already spoke about financial status and how some person, they are very, they may be even so confident that they degrade others, right? But that is something negative. We want that when you have it is okay to have a very nice high self-esteem, healthy self-esteem, and it is not okay to have a low one, because when you have a low self-esteem, that means you don't even have confidence in yourself, and people are gonna walk all over you. So you don't want that either.
So in the comment section, Ms. Richardson, please, what you think ego is, the definition.
Yeah.
And what you would like the guy to do to help foster, because I spoke about fostering the ego of both parties, especially when you know they have insecurities in certain areas. And we know women, you love all yourselves, the look. I just see some ladies putting on some belly band and strapping up. Women really care about how they look, It's dangerously, you know what I mean? Right? So, in the comment section, please, what you'd like, guys, how you'd like the significant other, to foster your ego, to help you increase your self-esteem, maybe to, bring you over that hurdle of insecurity.
Alright, so we have Frank saying, you finally opened my eyes, bro, and thanks for sharing your knowledge to all of us.
Blessed man.
And Zia saying, God made everyone perfect and some of them do all these surgeries, implants, and feel that makes them look better.
Z, you are 5% body fat.
Z, God didn't make anybody obese, so
Z, you don't know is 10% body fat in like 30 something years. Right, so yes, Z, we agree with what you're saying.
Yes, we agree.
But remember, now I know some ladies overweight.
Yeah.
When they put on the clothes and the makeup done and they strap up and they get out there, they're looking good for now. Right? But it is an attitude.
Yeah.
Right? It's an attitude. Now there's a difference between having a high self-esteem in the place that you are, whether you be obese or not, and the ego being negative to you, because look, you could feel, you're not even seeing you in the mirror now. If you know, I need to be healthy, right? And your ego so high because you're a bank manager, or you're a millionaire, you're an influencer, you're a big star out there, that kind of thing. And because people does, I don't want to say the term, right?
Yes.
You don't even...
you don't even... It becomes negative because you are not doing it. It's not doing anything for your health.
The ego is hindering you from becoming better.
Yes.
And we have a term in Trini say, don't gas them up. You're pumping up the ego too much. We have a lot of that going on because, especially if somebody was your friend and then they get a promotion on the job, supervisor, manager, or some kind of thing like that, and they went from 0 to 60 real quick.
Not even 60.
The ego
400.
The cloud here, them above the cloud, right? So these are the things that
So you're saying that's why, she love herself.
See, take your time.
You know, it's her
Them ladies are them ladies, them will lick it out because it's vexed to see you with your less than your 6% body fat. You hear me? Right. Nice. Right? So, I mean, status really makes a change. And then when it's time, not even the persons around you hurting, you're hurting you. So, I mean, people could do what they want, in the sense that they have an ego, they have a nice job, they have plenty of money, they may be pretty in the eyes of society. So it comes down next thing with self-image. You see when they're lighter than this? Sometimes we see them with the head a bit high.
Yes.
Yeah? But we know these colors beautiful, eh? We had a live called Red Woman Syndrome. For the people who missed it, Nika Charles, we had a live called Red Woman Syndrome. It was hot. So you should go take it in. Asia, you can't talk because Asia is a hot number out in the books there, so you need to be quiet. I show your message, your inbox. You have to switch off your inbox. Right? So, these are the people who talk. It is people who are.
Right. So, we have Frank saying, I treat everyone nice, but they say I should be rough. And my partner teach me to be nice and helpful. Why certain people want to be rough? I am not that person. I grew up being nice and helpful.
Right.
Right? Whether they treat me bad or using me.
So we're going back to the definition of the word, right? So the definition of ego is?
A person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. And we also have Z saying, I am not against people that are bigger than me. I don't judge nobody.
Z, you can't judge nobody, you're 95 pounds. Right? So moving forward. Right? So Frank brought an interesting scenario, and that is what I mean to me. Coming to terms with being humble.
Yeah.
You see, when the humility aspect of people in this time frame is not the same as it used to be. Going back to status holds. Today, you're good with everybody. Hi, good morning.
Yeah.
And you wake up in the morning and you see 100 million in your bank account. You move out before your friend them even, where you live in? You'll move all the way out now. No girl, and you hear the voice?
The voice has changed too.
The voice gone.
Accents.
People, I don't think we understand. People from the south, when we used to lime, because I know like liming is how we take at the past now. When we go up in the north, and we go on the avenue. Story time. I remember we went on the avenue to lime. This is ego thing here. And we go and we buying gyro on the avenue. And we are listening to the accents it have in Port of Spain. And I am asking myself, these people never went on a plane yet. I have family in New York 30 years, 40 years, and my uncle talking just like how I talking here, living over 30 years in the States. And these people never even jump on a plane and it's where the accent come from? Because you see again status, they might be working somewhere in town. So they think that, and it's so dumb though. Because they have no money, man. South have all the money. So it goes to show, not even in relationship, we're talking,
general,
normal.
Yeah.
Just because. And you're broke.
Just because.
Right? What I mean, in reality, we must understand. In the comment section, feel free to place any stories or vibrations you guys had with somebody who tended to think that they were better because of a position they had or a car they drive in.
Or the school they went to.
Well, good. I can't bash certain schools. I can't bash certain schools.
I know, but there are people who have attended certain schools.
So the people who went the junior sex and the senior sex and thing, they had a different type. I realized that. When we used to play ball, we played ball in different schools there. So when we had basketball with schools. Listen, we in South. Right? We in South. So the schools in South, so we played more, let me say Marvella Junior Sec, Marvella Senior Sec at the time. We go and we play Pleasantville, beat them bad. Right. So, same vibration, right? We go more and say cool thing. Time is Naps boys. Listen to me. Now big up our plenty friends in Naps play. You see convent? Oh God.
Yeah, those convent girls always
listen to me. How can we be not even a mile in distance in the locations of the schools? Not to say you all 50 miles away, And because it is a what we call high-end school, let's say Fatima, let me call it high-end presentation. We used to be them bad. How you could be Benedict's presentation right in San Fernando? How far Benedict's is from Pleasantville or Marble? I see that. No, not far.
Yeah.
And because when we go Benedict's and beat them bad. I mean, these guys talking like, and there's fellas who living in your area. To me, look at this, The guys living in your area, all are we playing ball together. And because one going to a junior sec or a senior sec, and one going to a 5A at the time, call it 7A, or prestige school, the accent different. And that is ego. Because they think they're going to school, so that they push up themselves and they feel it. You understand that? And is your neighbor, Wambai? And didn't you live next door to me? You went Benedict's by you. Up to you. Message board.
Alright. So now he's laughing at the accent. And Aitaru will be back.
Cool.
Yes, so we don't have anything against. We just, talking about ego and what, even, we find it and we know that would have been in young adults. And it starts from young. It starts from young.
The private schools. Oh my gosh.
But don't even talk for the private schools.
I talk about private primary school, eh?
Yeah, don't even talk about
the children speaking to you with an accent.
Yeah.
Like if they're in New York for 20 years.
Yeah.
And that has to do so. When we're speaking about ego, that's why I say it is an energy that could be so unstable. This is the most unstable energy in humanity. Because when it gets in the person, you don't know what it's gonna amplify.
Yeah.
Somebody humble all in school days, and next thing you know, message board.
So we have niggas saying, I guess it's relationship wise. Simple, open, honest support. We're going fast, right? Especially when it seems I'm falling short of myself. As a whole, we are all ego-filled, and some know and understand the concept. It's a long thing. Of not letting that ego take precedence in our daily lives. AKA snub job. Laugh at people. Simple, everyday things we are all guilty of. Nothing is wrong with it, but to live and be that person daily is another thing. Yes, it is necessary to have an awesome sense of self-image. And that's what we were talking about, that degrading. You're degrading the person.
To me, I coming across, being in different fields in my lengthy time in this universe. I have seen where we do multimedia well with owners of TV stations and stuff. And when you meet them in certain places, the air, they're not degrading, So I think sometimes when we say ego, we always look to someone looking maybe pompous and trying to, But no, they're in their own world, It's not even that they degraded you, It's that they are so in this universe of people always applauding them, big artists, and you see artists and people who in big in the media industry and that kind of thing, their egos always full. They're not degrading, they just...
Yeah, but and I think people some people will be able to tell the difference whether somebody actually degrading them or not.
But their egos are because they always people following them. Plenty, plenty attention is brought to them. Right? So big up Fit Chick, Guyanese Fit Chick on the live.
Yes.
It's supposed to be Burn Team Canada. And I will always say that, I like to speak things. And Chica J and Guyanese Fit Chick from Canada supposed to be doing some kind of collaboration.
Yeah, she said we might have to do it online.
We could do the online until the airwaves free up, and then time all you see me in Piaco, all you know where I'm going. I'm telling all you from now. If all you see I'm going live for everything. So when all you see me live at the airport or live on the plane, we go in Canada. Right? That's what it is, hopefully. Right? Once the COVID scenario.
So we have Sonali saying she having memories.
Yeah,
and Vanessa say that humbleness is life.
No, yes, but sometimes, the things we confident try to, we just need to see it come on. And it's simple things.
Yeah.
Let's say you have a nice smile. When you know you have a nice smile,
you smile out.
You're smiling, and the smile have a vibe. When a young lady or a woman is pretty, the standards of pretty, pretty, how kind of standards, and we cover beauty, or they don't kill me. We're talking about standards of pretty. When a Caribbean woman, I like to use this term, the Caribbean shape all here, she put on the heel and the tight jeans and she start to walk. The walk. We don't see it, the walk have a kind of vibe. Because how they carry themselves, because they know do this litmus test. Wherever you are in Trinidad, just observe people passing. Observe the people, how they just walk when they're passing, when they know they're good looking. Or they know they have shape. Or they know they... Look how they shoulder square. If it's the woman, the back arch and the step. This ego.
And Zia saying, I really don't think I have an ego.
Zia, sure.
You have an ego.
Zia have it.
It just may not be a negative ego. And your people remember, when we are using the word ego doesn't mean anything bad.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So again, the bruising of our ego as we on the topic. Ego is very volatile. Ego is very, what to put it? Unstable, because as we spoke about from the man aspect, let me give you an example. COVID-19 is here. People get laid off. You as the man being a provider. I even talking about women hurting men, I don't go on that back and forth. But in ourselves as men, we can't provide for the women as we used to. Normally you're going out, you could, treat nice things, you could afford to take a little staycation, eat something nice. The little small things, ladies, they like the little small things, the little chocolate here and there, the nice perfume. Now as the man know, the boss tell you half pay, or the boss tell you no pay. That bruises your ego.
Yeah.
Right? So as simple as that, and that is a situation going on right now, and this is the reality. We noticing now in our news what is taking place in the world. But look at what's going on right home in Trinity. Right home in Trinity.
We have an example, just this week.
We have guys now, the ego is so damaged that it becomes a mental issue. And now they lash out at the female. Because before, my ego was big, I had a good job, I could take care of my kids, take care. You know what? Now I telling all the ladies, fellas who does take care of the kids and the woman or the people woman or the extra woman or whatever, and you can't do it again. It is hurt to know that you can't when book lists come. When I watch book list people, good thing. Because I know being a man, I ain't talking for me, I just talking about me, being a male. And book lists coming this time, and I do so. 1,200 and something. Or wherever course. Then you're here in tablet. and you had a fight for flash drive and the boss just tell you COVID here and you can't work anymore. You know, mama custom going in the grocery and spending her 3,000. And she like to buy she nice thing, and when she go Pennywise, you know, she like she thing. It is very hurtful.
Yeah, it is. It is.
As that ego bruising, and listen, ladies, if the ladies don't foster that man ego, it going. He not saying nothing. Men don't really talk.
And I think it goes for women as well. And because it would have had, you know, it have women who are in that position as well. If you know they were able to contribute in a certain type of way, and Candy want to know how many book listeners we get in.
You know, Rasta food Tyler, didn't know? Yeah, book lists.
Right, so I think even in that case too, women's ego are bruised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not as the man, eh? Because to me, when we thinking about the Ice Man boy, we had this kind of divey ego. Ice Man, I supposed to do this, do that. Ice Man, I handling when you don't study that. I don't have that already. Take the money. Listen. Money for men helps the ego. Looks for women, you know what I mean?
Ladies, I have a question. Do money for you all help your ego?
It could be, but to me, a woman,
yeah, money.
Because a woman with money, she have money, but when she look in the mirror, all had that.
Well,
man rubbing his belly by the back.
Yeah.
With a short pants and a slippers, and he could buy 10 rungs, and that's what I mean.
Right.
A man could be looking all over. Once he have a dollar in his pocket, he good. Women, nah, they want to look good. Because you all need to be desired, sadly. Right? And let's be hard for we sometimes when we're not attached to the feelings part. Is a work in progress. Right? So, in the comment section, feel free to put what is number one for women for yourself.
Yeah.
For your ego. Yeah, and being a man, you see that dollar, when you can't provide that dollar, it has hurt men more than anything else. Yeah. Even if you're slack, even if you're accustomed spending money bad.
You must have the money. You don't want to look bad amongst the guys, you don't want to look bad amongst the ladies. We're going online and you can't even buy a drink for the lady.
Yeah, it has been hard. It's hard. And we like to say, we'll study that.
Yeah.
But you say, you have no money, you ask yourself, son. We like to say that. It just make us feel grounded and rooted, message God.
It have nothing else.
True, I just see them.
Sure, some of the ladies walk in.
Right. Yeah, you don't see yourself. Right.
Well, I was going to ask the same thing, but yours.
V, what you trying to say? Huh? You don't see yourself when your behavior? Right. So people, in the comment section, feel free if you're now joining us. This is Burn Team.
Yes.
And Chica is taking deep breaths. Yeah. Only Chica can't stay still for long. If we did a party, she'd have whole...
Please, I apologize if you're finding or looking uneasy. It's just that I don't like sitting for too long.
Message
So, Sonali saying no. Money don't do anything, especially when you can't provide for yourself.
Yeah, that kind of thing. You see the look, Papa, when all they dress and all they ready to get out there, all they need to make a statement. Fellas, some fellas just put it thing with women like to look good.
Yeah.
The industry of fitness is driven by females. I can tell you that.
Because there's always more women in the gym than men.
The industry of fitness is driven by women. That goes to show where ego lies.
Yes.
Half the time, them fellas and them.
You could count, even if it is to go to do a workout.
Yeah.
Vanessa is saying, no, I just walk normal.
And you laugh. Yeah, no, you don't. Right? We had a topic called Red Woman Syndrome. So big up the people on the live, you know. Make sure and share this live. This is Burn Team speaking about
ego.
And I did share, where ego lies with men and how you should foster it. Now, there are guys that have low self-esteem. So when we deal with the relationship side of things, we have to understand that if you're around a guy who not overly.
Or who doesn't have a high self-esteem.
But I really know more gas in up, right? Just saying. But there are guys who, for whatever reason.
They may have a low self-esteem.
And what you think you would have done if you had a person in your life, it could be a friend, it could be a brother, it could be a sister. What would you have done to increase that energy in them?
I mean, you could compliment them, because, everybody there's something that you'll be good at. Everybody has something that they are good at.
Yeah.
So you have to look at the person's strengths and speak about the strengths more than the weaknesses. We are not saying that don't improve on your weaknesses, we're just saying focus on the strengths, compliment, talk about, just give some compliments on the good things that they are doing. And of course, you could, do things that will even help, strengthen their weaknesses. So that, as we say, balance is important.
What women do well together as a unit, they boost each other's ego, even when the other people, when they boost it. Right? So, prime example, girls' night out. I don't know if you all had. Girls' night out, right? That is where before COVID. Like Saturday night was a big ladies' night. Ladies' night is not Friday night. Anyway.
And it was our girls' night out.
Girls' night out, Think about this. Everybody dressed. Oh God, girl, you looking good. How you find looking? When fellas meet, we do act like that. You see us? Everything alright? That is it. We do not. Women do a very good job of encouraging their counterparts' message board.
So we have Vanessa saying, that's not for me, follow me at all. Words have a lot to do with how you foster anyone's ego. Well, that's for her.
Yeah, the words.
Yeah.
You're looking, right? But then when we do that, the next topic that comes out there about your mama guy more.
Yeah. Some people will say that.
Yeah, so it's either you're taking it and you're smiling and you're taking it, or you leave it alone.
And something, because just yesterday in live when they talk about that. So for the woman who, because we know it have some women, for whatever reason, they would be overweight or obese, right? And as we mentioned, we talk about the health aspect of things. And if it is a keep on just telling the woman, you're
gassing she up.
All the way up, she will think that, you know what, I don't really need to be healthy. All them men, them looking at me, they like, they like my shape, they like the breast, because we know it have some men who are just in the breast. But, we say it's real talk, right? And when they gas them up, they think that, okay, well, I don't need to fuss myself. I looking sexy, that is it. Because people telling them, so they forget about their health.
So in the poll section, which is we're going to do a poll, in the comment section, feel free to place where, on the scale of 1 to 10, you put yourself in looks. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. I used to do self-esteem classes, where you put yourself in looks. When you look in the mirror, where you put yourself. 10 being the highest, and 1 being the lowest. That's a self-esteem test right here on this live, so we could pick apart people. Yeah? Right? So if you all ask, place it in the comment section. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Where you put yourself in looks. Let me see. Asia. Asia, where you put yourself? Right? Miss Bartholomew, Vanessa, Nika, Ayatoro, Gail. Where do you guys...
And I think we have one gentleman on the live.
Right on here. Frank Sipasa. Right? Where you put yourself in looks on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. Yeah? Place it in the comment section.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes, Asia. Yes.
Asia said 10 out of 10.
Asia throw up a pic. Problems in the camp on Facebook. Anyway, so that is an ego right there. Asia is walking, talking, living, breathing, female ego. I don't know what I'm working out. Because she name on Facebook is Asia Lion. Oh boy. Yeah. So again, when ladies meet, it's an ultimate gas up.
Yeah.
Now my question is, honesty or gas up would be what you should ask for. So you come to the guy, you had to let him know, here it is going on, I want the truth. I know you like where you get, but tell me what you're seeing, what I could improve. We don't have conversations like that.
I'm very surprised. So we have Asia 10, Ayatoro 10, Sonali saying 5, Candy saying I'm a 4, I guess. I'm very surprised about Sonali's 5.
And as I said before, we used to do this a lot.
Gail is saying 10.
Right? We used to do this a lot. Not in school. When we used to trade for something that I'm not supposed to be speaking about. Right? Because it would determine how well you would attack certain tasks. How you view yourself does determine the way you would attack a task.
Alright, so we have Vanessa saying it's 7 for me because I have work to do from within that will shine on the outside. Nika is saying 8. So I like how Vanessa, put her explanation one time as to why she's given herself a 7. So for the others that would have put their rating, whatever the rating is, 10, 8, 5, 2, whatever, say why it is you give yourself that rating. Because in my head, I know what started to talk about. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you across.
No, do your thing.
But sometimes
women love to cut us across, so I am very much
So sometimes we give ourselves a certain rating because we know that we want to work towards something as we of ourselves. We know we looking good, yeah, we looking good, but we have parts of ourselves, whether it's outer, inner, that we want to work on.
Nice.
So I was glad that Vanessa, she threw out that working on self, right? But we're talking about the looks here, Vanessa, and just say
tell me
why you give yourself that rating. Yeah?
I'll tell you why we do this examination. It's nice. It was nice. It was nice.
And message board, Candy saying Lion, what's your rating? Candy, rating of who?
Rating of me.
Rating of himself?
I'll give a story about that. Story time anyway. Right? Story time on the rating of myself. Before we pick apart the test that we just did. That was a test. Yeah, I like how the ladies. Yeah, interesting.
So, Candy is saying I have stuff to work on. Work in progress.
All of us are work in progress. Everybody, every person. No story. No, it's a story about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I like to. Yeah. Look now. Yeah. So on work I was evaluated. We had a job evaluation where the managers and your direct supervisor would evaluate you on a rating, right? To see where you lie for appraisal. So it was appraisals, chica. So, the committee would have, just the rating, the committee would have said, sat. And when I looked at the paper, I put 10, the rating was like 5. What's the rating? 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, the rating was 5. Right? And I told the committee that it does not have enough numbers for me to fit within that rating. So if you're looking for answer, Candy Barbara, 10 ain't enough. So when we did that,
but she'd be talking about looks here. She wants to know, yeah.
I'm going and explain.
Right.
You see, that's woman problem. That's woman problem. We just did a social and a mental test. When they asked us how we look in looks, they had a mirror.
Right.
And that's the problem. All they look at skin deep. Every single female here The reason why their standard at 10 dropped to 8 and 9 and 7 and 4 is because they're looking at this. They're looking at if they have belly fat. They're looking at, they know they had things to improve. That wasn't the examination. They put us in front of a mirror and say, rate yourself. Right. Looks in what you see. See. You see, we go on there.
But I listen, so I listen to people.
When I tell you, Chica, you seeing Vanessa comment there? Yes.
Yeah, she says still a 7 for me.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Right. Sonali's saying, because I know, okay, everything going fast. Sonali's saying, because I know I'm simple and I know I can work to improve. Asia was saying, I give myself because I love how I look, even though I want to work on something.
Asia want to work on again?
Aitoro saying, I give myself that rating because I am pleased with myself and I know that I have to love myself first and not please anyone. Because if I look to please people, I don't know what I would be thinking.
So we need to listen.
Right, let's listen to Lions. Insightful.
That song, how that song there?
Yes.
Yeah? So the, go ahead, Nika.
Okay, read Nika's comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so she say, physically and emotionally, I'm not where I want to be, but I love the skin I'm in.
Exactly, and you see that. Yeah.
Right? I am not where I used to be in that aspect. Growth is self-acceptance.
Don't worry, we will be on Alexander Hill, so we'll tell you what day to wake up early when you're
Alexander.
off.
San Fernando,
yeah. We just be on Alexander Hill too,
yeah,
so that's
but right now too much people
up there.
Yeah.
Right? So the test was a mental test. Just because the examiner said looks is how you view yourself. It had nothing to do with even how you looked on the outside. It didn't have anything to do with that. Because when you look at yourself in a mirror, you don't see with your eyes, you see with your brain. And in order to perform certain tasks that people might look and say impossible, so Chica would be doing a move. Simple life, you know. And the move to you might look like you can't do it. Chica is extremely short. So her center of gravity, when she go down, is like 2 inches off the ground. To somebody who is over 6 feet, and I just go down. So that ain't me rasta, right? But my point is, if somebody is looking at that, it looks impossible. Right? And as soon as you look at that as impossible, your brain registers that you can't do it. All of us are work in progress. All of us learning every day. It ain't going to have a moment where you ain't going to learn something unless you're real, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you look at yourself and you learn to look beyond, then you would be able to, because all right, look at this. Some of the ladies saying they work in progress. Yeah. They have physical. We dealing with physical progress. Chica doing pull-ups and things. We have physical limitations.
If you check Z today.
Z doing pull-ups. I see Z back with she.
Yeah. Z was
right.
Fine.
My point is, everybody have limitations and they're working towards it.
Yeah.
And we will always be working towards it. But look, today we doing calisthenics. We don't go live for calisthenics workout. We only go live for aerobics with the ladies, you know. Thing, right? And when the ladies watch that bar and they put their hand to grab on to pull up, they just stand up and say, I can't see myself. I can't see myself. I can't see until they get some encouragement. No, girl, you're going up there. You're going up there. Actually, can't just be there holding their foot. Come on, all here.
And then Lion saying that's how you holding foot and he holding your foot.
And that was the experiment today. Z will attest to that. Yeah. Z used to watch the bar and say she cannot do the pull-ups. Look, she on the live now. We are
joking. We have Z, Sonali.
Yes, Sonali. They say no all the time. Why? Because when they look at it, they viewed it as they cannot. And from the moment they start to look at it different, they began to do the thing they say they can't. So when we were put in front of the mirror and we say, how you looking? 10 out of 10, how much? How you looking? You know what I mean? How you looking? We only thinking about, oh God, my belly had to go down. Oh God, I can't, oh God, I'm feeling me fat underneath here and you're gripping it. Because from the moment you start to do physical work to get your body how you want it, you have to be looking at yourself differently. Because when it's time to diet all you, when it's time to go and do aerobics and long distance walking and steady state cardio and you can't eat the things you like, you have to now see yourself done there, you know. The moment you only see yourself as a work in progress, change that mindset. Yeah. The moment you see it, hey, no, you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, are they ready? I'm going and meet it.
Yeah.
The moment you start to say, I'll go start next week, because it makes you complacent one time. Complacency one time.
And I mean, because you end up feeling, you get in a depressed state.
You know, the woman,
right?
When a woman, you go dent with that look
right, so it delays, as I am saying. It delays the progress.
The message board running
so,
online.
Yes, so let me go to the message board. Right, so Z was saying, I give myself a 10. I love the way I look. Pleasing people doesn't put nothing in your pocket. I just say that. You didn't put one in your pocket.
Z is right? 95 pounds, below 10% body fat.
No, but it have some people.
You need to hush with that now.
Right, it have some people might be Z's weight and size.
I have never seen
and they
Z
might say, I
Z.
want a little thing again.
A little thing I want.
A little thing.
If she lost any fat from anywhere else.
Right, alright, so.
Big up Miss Batiste. Late.
Yes, well, she not reach home. We'll excuse you.
Much love.
See, well, she was saying same thing. She was saying, Nika, yes, we know you're rich on the hell yet. One of these days, Gil, we know you.
Put it in the schedule.
Right? She's also, Nika is going. She's saying, lovely topic, guys. Awesome work. We'll tune in another session. Heart of love. Much love, Nika. And we have Gail Smith. Before I had children, I had very low self-esteem, as I was the only black woman in the fitness industry and having to be compared to a white woman. After having children, as a mother, I decided to love myself for who I am, as I'm always in the limelight in the fitness world. Aitoro hiding her face. Yes, the hell you need to come out. Right, so you're saying, I love how I did it today. Thanks so much, guys. Yes.
Thanks so much, Rasta. Because if I wasn't balling behind you, get up there. You could do it. What happened to you? It's 95 pounds. Pull yourself up. Right, so we all encourage, and that is what birthday is about. Gail was saying, and I know I have issues with the industry, Gail. I've always had issues with the industry, especially female fitness industry. People of our color, any males, you know, it have a nice broad, it had different, you know, but like for females, especially in Canada, you know, they're going and have a certain type of look. I look at even the Zumba, Chica and I was looking at the Zumba
instructors across the world.
The Zumba instructors highlighted on their big campaigns. Yes. And we do see the Caribbean ladies highlighted in the Zumba campaigns when, you know, the Zumba world spending the money for their campaigns. That's our fault.
Well, so you find it stressing on her 95 pounds. And Vanessa is saying, well, in that way, how are you putting it? Lion, I am a 20 and counting.
Yeah. Because it's how you see yourself.
Yeah.
Because listen, let's say you have a goal to reach 10% body fat. You're female, you have a fitness goal, like you want to wear the two-piece. I know ladies just have to want to go on the beach whenever the beach open, my Lord Father. Right? You want to wear the two-piece where you see your stomach nice and flat, or the negligee or the lingerie, and you want to see everything, nothing is wrong with that. But you have to view yourself higher than you're viewing yourself now to reach there. You know? If you drop your standard, and I'm going to tell you something, the moment you raise your standard, everything changes. When you start to view yourself as a million or 1,000, you change everything. You know? When you look yourself in the mirror and say, oh, it is happening here. I used to have lots of words with myself. Chika has begun to have words with herself.
Yeah.
Listen to what I'm telling you. You see, fitness goals or weight loss goals or you want to improve this, you might tell you now there. You have to start to view yourself higher. Raise your standards and everything change. Because you start to eat different, you start to track your food, you start to put time in to do the workouts. If it is your home and you have not, you will find the time. Because until you view yourself as that person, you will never be that person. You can't view yourself as a 7 and you want to be a 10. You have to view yourself as a 20 to be a 10. When you're doing averages, you have to view yourself higher than the mark in order to reach the mark.
Yeah.
You can't, as you say, aiming for the stars. You might reach the clouds. But if you don't set yourself on a 4, you're going to be minus 10. You will always be mediocre because your standard's too low. And all the people and ladies who want this physical appearance, I tell you all here, Chika is right now on a personal diet tailored by the Rasta. Chika, how was that for you?
Let me tell you, this week was horrible. Horrible. Hi, Julie. You're rich. Yes, you'll. Let me tell you.
You see, discipline. So you see, if you don't view yourself up there already, you cannot be able to do the things you have to do to improve. How you can improve when you view yourself as a 4? Chika, how? You can't. If you can't see yourself being on top, you will never be. So a lot of people saying, I don't care what people say. You're saying nothing to yourself. You gotta care what you saying about yourself. And I just tell people it's not what you are called, it's what you answer to. You can't call me if you're up there. It's not about I will never look at you as less. But until you recondition your mind, it could be school, it could be business. Bernstein, real work.
So it's not easy, but you see, once it is, you have Ayatollah saying lion is the devil. You know, we really need to talk about this devil thing. I feel so uncomfortable.
All who want the next topic to be is, so they might be a good to do that.
Sunday, tomorrow.
Yeah, the devil.
Yeah.
What is a devil?
Yeah.
All who want that to be next topic.
Yeah, just, say yes.
Sit up and say, what is a devil? Anyway, moving along.
So, yes, it's important to set up, because when it's even set your goals too low, you just like fall off. Fall out the races, fall out the track. When you're thinking,
Miss Batiste, the topic is ego and how she not reach.
Yeah, so ego.
Right. In the comment section, please, what is ego? Your definition, Miss Batiste, as you're now coming in. I know we kind of far into the thing.
Yeah.
So, this is what we are about right now. We are on ego, how to lift the ego positively.
Yeah.
The poll was, and you didn't take it. So, in the comment section, please, if you're at 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, where you put yourself, 10 or in between that, put it in the comment section.
Right, so that's for all who joined the live. Julie, I'm seeing Tashon, I am seeing, right, so Nikki, Julie, and Tashon, please.
In the comment
section.
Where do you view yourself when you look in the mirror? 10 or 1?
Yeah. And let me tell you something. Because, we deal with the young people, and when I did my classes, we had this topic on body image, and some of them don't look at themselves anymore. They will laugh like, mess, no. And some of them are, kind of little, mess, nah, I don't look at myself. But when we get into it, I'm like, yeah. I do look. So looking at yourself in the mirror is also very important, because that time when it's realized that, hey, I want to achieve this thing. I want to have a certain look. You're going to set it, goes high up there. So if it is you happen to fall like this week, I fall now.
She fall and she face people. Now when we talking fall.
Right?
Chika, when I adjust your diet, it hurts. And now people don't understand. Ladies who looking to improve their physique, as we on, it is burn team.
Yeah.
And the team the stock, Guyanese Fit Chick, we do dietary intervention. So when I intervene,
dietary intervention.
Pain and sorrow is the department. Excellent, you see?
Yes.
Exactly so.
You
should have said 100 and no more million and infinity and things. So good. So she pass.
Yeah.
Right? Matthews pass. Right? And that is it. How you view yourself will determine when you have a goal in front of you that is hard.
Yeah, Nikki's saying that's a fun.
Right? So we need to place our standards higher.
Yeah.
So that when you raise your standard, everything changes. The way you approach everything. Normally you're walking once a week. Nah. I don't walk every week, every day. When I come home, I change my clothes and I go for a walk. Because you have a standard to meet. That's why I asked Chika. I said, Chika, go on Google and see how much calories somebody, the weight she trying and
when I see it outside, this is real nonsense. This is not making sense because one, you all know that I am
very short.
It's very short. And when I saw the calories, I know that was a lie. If I go to do that.
So people sometimes Google don't believe any Google. I know everybody say Google this. No. Rubbish. So when we talking about dietary intervention and we speaking about now the physical aspect of how we look, physique wise. Right? And we have goals for ourselves. Dietary intervention. If you don't place your standards high enough, you will fail when it's time to eat the right food, when it's time to train, when it's time to do aerobics, calisthenics, weight training, when it's time to get to the meat of the matter and do the work.
Yeah.
You can't do it. When we intervene, pain and sorrow.
Yeah.
Chika, how it was?
I am prepared. My mind has been right, you all. It's not easy. Don't ever let anybody tell you all that when it is you want to achieve your goals, that it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy.
Message board.
So we have I try to walk every week, but with you now, boy, you just want to kill people.
No.
I find me being accused of, and let me tell you something. Sometimes I'm accused of killing people, and then when Lion jump in, so we have this thing called tag team, right? And then when Lion jumps in, they'll be like, okay. So they'll be like, you know what, I'd rather trick us. So we don't know. Like, apparently my kill is a better kill than Lion kill, but Lion people, everybody, when they watch, everybody saying Lion killing.
Kill them all and done. Right? The style is different. I come from athletics, a long laundry list of semi-professional to professional basketball. I've been through a lot of different avenues, and we do special needs training as well, and that is what it is. So Ayatoro, that is the reason why you're calling me a devil.
And Ayatoro, you need to come out. The kill is important, right? Whoever the kill coming from. Zia saying, Lord, I see it today. And last week she was like, kill, I can sit down. So I know talking about the kill, I ain't seen my cousin online, but she last week, Saturday, she said, you killed me. She wasn't even talking to me normally. That's the thing people do when they train with Lion, not talk now. But
why?
But
Big up John Boy on the line, man. Big up John Boy.
But the kill is important. We can't be, too easy when it is we want to achieve something. We have to go hard.
Any diet to start.
Yes.
That is why I just put my strength in. I put it there.
And it is your people.
That is first.
Yeah.
It's easy to come out in the morning and beat up yourself and go and sleep and get up and you're good now.
Yeah. That is the one that you have to really, really master.
So for all who join in the live, the topic is ego.
Yes.
And for all who join in the live again, right? We did a little test, and the test is on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. Where do you place yourselves, John Boy? Yeah?
When you look at yourself in the mirror.
When you look at yourself in the mirror, where you place yourself. Yeah? So we were looking for the topic for the next real talk.
We did see the topic.
Devil? What is a devil?
What is a devil? You all want to talk about something else.
Right, so you can You all could place in the comment section what you girls want to talk about.
So, because the mostly girls on
As I said before, and Ghanaians fit check, I think that should be your niche. What you could get away with is that there's a woman. The fitness industry trainers and personal trainers, you would notice is a lot of, yeah, that is the catalyst. Excellent. I know John Boy does deal in training, so, yeah. In the fitness industry, men are mostly the trainers, the personal trainers and that kind of thing. And you being a woman, it would be easier for women to, trust you with the body and how you hold them and you spot them. And some ladies are very funny with a strange man, that kind of thing. So you could use it to your advantage.
But what I realized though is that women, they do look, I think that women, when it is they're looking for a personal trainer, they look for a man.
Yeah, that's
because I think because they find the strong, the strength aspect.
Answer.
Right?
Answer the pool there.
John is saying 7, solid. 8, when the light hit me from a special angle. Gail is saying you need a coach or motivator to push you out of your box. That is how one gets positive results. And we have Ayatura saying a devil is lion.
I love it.
And Shona is saying diet is true talk. It affects your overall health.
Yeah, and because women view their physique as one of the catalysts that drives their ego, as opposed to men who would rather status and money to drive theirs. As I shared before, a guy being able to take care of his family, the people he cares about, that type of thing. It drives his ego, and when, like in COVID, he loses his job, it affects his ego very, very differently. But women still, in the COVID, want to look good. I still see women dressing up and going nowhere on Facebook.
Yes.
So it is that physique part, and we did touch. That is the key, regardless. That over time is the solution. So what people don't understand is that your lifestyle determines how you look. Yeah. So when done say from a little longer, big up Andy now coming on, we gotta carry this thing a little further.
Yeah, looks like we're going a little further.
Yeah, right, big up Andy on the live. And we are now, Andy, we talking about on a scale of 1 to 10, rate yourself when you look in the mirror, 10 being the highest, 1 being lowest, no minus ones, right? And place it in the comment section.
We have plus 10 though. Yeah.
I go on over 10, it are no numbers for me, but I just already. So the test was done, John Boy was, when you view yourself, when you look in the mirror, you must see beyond what the physical appearance is. If it is that you see physically you want to look a certain way, then you must raise your standard. And when you raise your standard, you go beyond what you're doing now to achieve what you want to do in the future by viewing yourself in the present as if you were so.
Yes.
That was the training done by the others.
So like right now, let me tell you, I see my 6 packs. Yeah.
So let me do talk packs, eh?
Right, so Gail saying, as a personal trainer, I have trained men and women. When training women, the woman always wants you to look better than them. Training men, they think they want a positive and encouraging push.
And sorry, talking to some of my friends in the fitness industry, I remember that I went into a gym, and I like to try all the classes for spite to laugh at the trainers. Anyway, I just joined all the classes to realize how unfit these trainers is, right?
Let me not even talk about that.
Right? And I will laugh at the trainers and everybody else in the class, right? So, the thing with the fitness industry and not health, I think we're getting misconstrued.
Yes.
The fitness industry is governed by certain laws, right? So when a woman, 9 out of 10 times, when girls come to this young lady here, what they just ask is how to get the bam bam big and the leg big. I'm being real.
Yes, true.
They actually not make up when they watch Chica Bam Bam.
Nothing else, I don't know.
Right? And the chicken now, let me tell you, the chicken never have no legs, eh? I stable that. Right? Right? But when they look at the physique, no, this is not our fault. This is the industry. And I think that it holds the trainers accountable now. Gail, I'm not saying that a coach is different than a trainer, and they don't understand the difference. I coach basketball, right? So the coach don't need to really look a particular way. I had national coaches that had a big guts. They were hired for what they know and the experience in the field. You understand what I'm saying? It's different. The people in the industry don't know the difference between a coach and a trainer. And they always go by the way you look. And you can't hold them for that. Because you can't come to tell me about calisthenics and you can't do 10 push-ups. You can't come to coach me or train me about having a flat stomach when my belly flatter than yours. And I have called out a lot of instructors on their physique because in reality, message one.
We have John say plan the bam bam law. It will go call me. I Joe water it for you.
Aye. Yeah. And in reality, you can hold them.
Yeah.
You cannot. Because if we have a coaching staff, like how we just have game time coaches, we have developmental coaches, right? In reality, they hire any or they're telling you come because you have experience in basketball, you have played it on a certain level. They're not really bringing you in because of how you look. They're bringing you for your knowledge and your experience in the craft.
Your expertise.
Your expertise. That means you're consulting. That is what we just do. In the sense that when you're asking a coach to come on, if it's not volunteer, they call him because you have some kind of expertise in the field of the sport. They're not hiring you because of how you look. But when you enter the physique aspect of the industry, hear the words? The first thing clients look at is how you look. So that means if that costing you money, you have work to do.
Yeah.
Because people see me walking in the road, walking up Alexander, they're straight people. It have people literally, I don't talk, I'm to my ears, I going up in Alexander Hill by myself 5 o'clock in the morning. You're straight. Because people look at you more than you look at yourself, you know. It have people watching you from a distance and you don't even know, you know. So it would help your brand. Tell Chica that already too, eh? But when the ladies come in by Chica in the gym, oh, you get I want to get a little more. Because they're watching. And you can't help that. It's nothing bad. It's just that somebody would ask, I mean, it's common.
Yeah.
It's common. Right? You would ask somebody who may be in business about business things, or you go take a course, you go on YouTube, you will research, you will follow people who are in business so you could learn. You wouldn't want somebody to train you on getting a six-pack and you cut out and you want to build some muscle. Somebody who don't look the part.
Exactly.
It don't make sense.
So even in terms of fitness level, if it is people watching and they say, but how it is what I'm talking about. So like, you know, we were doing our class, right? In the
Story time with Chica. Yeah.
And I in the class, you know, we in the class, you know, as we just be on the front line. And the instructor, he does always call lion to, you know, demonstrate. Now, I had a problem with that.
You had a problem with the instructor calling me?
Yes, hereby, right? Because I find nothing wrong, you know, once in a while, call somebody, you know, saying, we have customer that's, you know, no
John,
saying.
stop lying. Don't say you can't do 10 push-ups there, please. Try it. Yeah.
And the instructor, when we doing it, the instructor can't do the thing for himself. And I had a serious problem with that.
Women always tend to highlight things that, you know, when they're under stress, you know, that's how it does go.
Right,
so people
it was no under stress. It's that the instructor is, we can't tell that the instructor.
Yeah. So Gail, you know, we're here to help. And Gail, put your link in the comment section so Burn team members, you know, you're going to like up the page and give us some support because we are here to, you know, support each other in this time.
John say you went and post on High Street.
Yeah, make that money, boy.
Make that dollar.
Make that money, boy. And then just watch girls posing, get it out there. I post a picture in my status there because I was feeling wild.
Yeah, he was feeling.
So ladies, if all you're feeling to see something out there, go to my Facebook and look at my status there.
I didn't double check.
I put a picture there, because we're talking about ego and we're talking about, women like the physique aspect. So where does ego play now as a woman? How your egos just get hurt really because a man mightn't say looking good. What does hurt women's ego in that aspect? And aside from that, in the bedroom.
We haven't reached there.
We're now reaching there. So guys and girls, tell me what would increase a guy's ego in the bedroom and what would decrease a guy's ego in the bedroom and vice versa. Because again, that with men, that is a man prowess. You see that prowess? And women hit below the belt. Listen, I have seen women on Facebook talk about that aspect of the man in a negative way, more than everything else. The man will be treated good, spend money, mind people children, all kind of thing. And when the trouble start, they start to attack. Women attack that particular part of the man. Why is that, chick?
I don't know. I cannot say why. We're gonna have to ask the ladies.
Ladies.
Who does that?
So I realized that women hit below the belt, men don't. Right? Women hit below the belt frequently when commented that because then you'll say, boy, you could have never handled me. And I was only pretending. And I faked the orgasm. Why?
Yeah, so I myself have seen women do it. They really, really put down the men when it comes to their sexuality. Right? They really, really do. Because I've seen things where even people saying that, after they had sex, they had to masturbate, indicating that the sex wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
And, all these strange things.
So,
and he broke too small. And then it's how they would say that the man say he had thing, he toting. And then when they realize he had toting nothing. And all these,
So again, you tend to attack a specific area.
And that bruises a man. See.
It is bruising, man.
Well,
right? And that's the thing.
You different.
But what I think, right, in reality, as the topic is ego.
Yeah.
To me, if you're with a guy for a little time and that was a problem, leave. You understand? Though because we fall out now, you want to bring it up.
Yeah.
If I am not adequate enough, there are millions of men out there. Feel free to keep pushing real hard because it don't make sense.
Is he commented the message board?
Let the message board run out there. Let the message board run out there.
John saying, but when them slack like a junior sec, them could talk to me.
Boy, I could understand that.
And Candy is saying the men do it too, women too. But they don't do it.
Not like a woman do.
Not like a woman. I didn't see that,
but you always watch Facebook good? You will see it out there and have this. Man have time for that. We had time. Women just go the extra mile.
And the only time you actually see men actually talking about like women and any kind of sexuality light you see is when the woman like all over top.
Yeah.
They don't really talk about it's when the woman all over tongue. That is when you will find them talking about things. But they don't say
right, so it is unfortunate, right? And women tend to bruise the ego of men very often. And it is something we need to address.
Yeah.
So when we're looking at things to address, women stop breaking down your men. Because again, it's another man you will have to deal with unless you become a lesbian. And then life is happy.
Yeah.
So people place in the comment section, what is the next topic for the next real talk? Yes, is it, they'll say something more than fake orgasms? That could be a nice. So all who want The next topic to be fake orgasms from men and women. Why do they do it? I like comments. Sometimes let's go. I had to talk about devil. You understand?
No, she was just saying that inside of her and we just, yeah. Because earlier this week, like, we were talking about that. Like, you know, people that say the use the word devil, but they don't actually understand what it means.
That will be our next live.
Maybe you could leave that for Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night.
Yeah.
Maybe. Right? So, place in the comment section, why do men or women fake orgasms? If that's a nice topic.
Well, what it will be?
Orgasm.
Faking
orgasm.
it.
Faking it.
Yeah.
So, faking it. Do you guys want to hear about that?
John saying faking is a good topic.
Yeah, faking it. Because some of them is red actors only. Angelina Jolie's and Kevin Costner's and Denzel's. Men born in hey, not near. I like that. We going
and the thing about it is yesterday, when we spoke about the do's and don'ts in a relationship, right? They were saying, you know, to be honest, and if it is not, the sex isn't healthy.
We will get to that. I like how you start off with that. We will get into that.
We spoke about that.
Faking it.
So, faking it.
Put some hearts and comments if you all like that vibes. John Boy say he liked the faking it scenario. I like it. So the ladies was always controlling what was the next topic. So at least let the guys say something. Right? So people again, make sure to love the page. Go to Ghani's Fit Chick.
Yeah, she dropped her link in the comments.
She dropped the link. I'd run in fast. So she dropped the link in the comment section. And Ghani's Fit Chick, if you want to, you know, we have a WhatsApp button on our page. If you want to have a little discussion, you know, if you want to, you know, get more into the vibration. Because it's always good. It don't hurt. To me, you know, we into fitness brands. So all you're dealing with Ghani's Fit Chick is a fitness brand. Can't stop, won't stop. G-Force Fitness is her brand. And all you know well is Burn Team, you know, hashtag Burn Team. Right? Basic and conventional raw nutrition. Right? So it don't hurt. To me, Ghani's Fit Chick, I would say it would improve your brand when you improve how you look, especially when it is you is the face. Yeah. Now what companies just do like Nike and Adidas, they get people who already looking a particular way, quote unquote, and then let them be the face. Yeah. Or let them be the brand ambassador. So you have some brand ambassadors here too. Yeah, we have Sonali as a brand ambassador, and we have the crazy Asia Lion who she does ambassador away the whole thing. Right? But it's good because sometimes the industry wants a particular thing, and if we're in business, we need to kind of provide that as well. So it wouldn't hurt your brand if you look in the part. Yeah. You will make more money when you look in the part if somebody want to hire. Yeah. Once you're looking, now you're, hey, all that now, give my meeting, all that now. Because they watch you, you're looking. Just get you on looks. So that's how the thing goes. Yeah. Right, so the next topic will be faking it. Mm-hmm. So it's your boy Lion.
And a killed Chica J.
Tomorrow, what time is it? This happening?
Well, we just normally go 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, call it. 2 o'clock?
Either we will let you know it will either be 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, people. We will be going live to discuss faking it. Yeah. So let's make sure and be on. Right? Or let we go on.